Imagine inhaling a deadly gas to enhance your performance. Sounds like something straight out of a dystopian movie, right? Well, it's not fiction. It's actually happening in professional cycling. Last year, it was revealed that some of the sport's top teams were using carbon monoxide rebreathing equipment to measure hemoglobin levels in their riders' blood before and after altitude training. But here's the shocking part. This dangerous gas could have been used to boost performance too. So why did cycling's world governing body, the UCI, just vote to ban it? Carbon monoxide rebreathing isn't some new, radical technique. It's been used in endurance sports for decades. The idea is simple. Athletes inhale a small amount of carbon monoxide to see how much oxygen their blood can carry, based on their hemoglobin levels. Why does that matter? Well, hemoglobin is the protein in red blood cells that transports oxygen to muscles, helping them work harder and longer. More hemoglobin equals better performance, meaning the athlete can push through the burn of lactic acid and keep going faster for longer. But while it sounds like a scientific breakthrough, there's a dark side. Inhaling carbon monoxide, even in small doses, can be extremely dangerous. The gas interferes with your blood's ability to carry oxygen, and repeated exposure can lead to headaches, nausea, dizziness, and even more severe issues like heart rhythm problems, paralysis, and in extreme cases, death. The UCI wasn't just concerned about athletes' health, but also about the possibility that some teams might have been misusing the technique for performance enhancement. The growing suspicion? That repeated exposure to carbon monoxide could give athletes an edge, potentially making them faster and more resistant to fatigue. But was it crossing the line into doping? Here's the twist. The UCI's ban doesn't mean carbon monoxide rebreathing is gone for good. It can still be used, but only in medical facilities and under strict supervision. The key restriction? It can only be done twice within 2 weeks, and only for comparison purposes. That's a huge shift from how the technique has been used in the past, where it was often incorporated into regular training routines. Now the big question, who exactly was using this method? Well, some of the biggest names in cycling, teams like UAE Team Emirates, with 3-time Tour de France winner Tadej Pogacar and rival Jonas Vingegaard's squad, Visma Lease A-Bike, were caught in the controversy. Reports from last year's Tour de France raised suspicions when riders started showing dramatic improvements in their performance, and many pointed to the carbon monoxide rebreathing as a possible explanation. But the plot thickens. Karsten Lundby, the co-founder of the company that manufactures the rebreathing devices, admitted that there's a possibility the method could enhance performance if used repeatedly. He explained that inhaling carbon monoxide repeatedly over the course of a month could increase the amount of hemoglobin in the blood, giving athletes an edge. But he was quick to add that this wasn't the intended purpose of the device, and it would be easy to detect misuse through surveillance systems built into the equipment. So, is it safe or a shortcut to performance enhancement? While the UCI was primarily focused on safety concerns, its decision has sparked debates across the cycling world. Teams like Chris Froome's Israel Premier Tech argued that they were using the device strictly for testing altitude training and not for any performance gains. They claim it's a normal, harmless practice when done properly. But Visma Lease A-Bike, another team involved, defended it as just another tool in their training toolbox, claiming it's neither dangerous nor performance enhancing. Their stance is clear. It's a widely used method, not only in cycling, but in many endurance sports, and when supervised by professionals, it's safe. But is that enough? The World Anti-Doping Agency, WADA, isn't so sure. While they haven't officially banned the technique, they've acknowledged that carbon monoxide exposure could have performance-enhancing effects, though they don't have enough solid data to confirm it. So, WADA is currently investigating the impact of frequent use of carbon monoxide rebreathing. The goal? To determine whether it's possible to artificially boost oxygen delivery to muscles and whether such an enhancement would show up on an athlete's biological passport. After all, any change in blood values would normally be detected through the biological passport system, which tracks athletes' blood markers over time. Now, the UCI's decision to ban carbon monoxide rebreathing has set a precedent, but the story is far from over. The ban will officially take effect on February 10th, but there's still a lot of uncertainty about what comes next. Teams have expressed their readiness to work with the UCI and WADA on any further actions that might be necessary. Some experts even believe the entire issue may have been blown out of proportion by the media, with the UCI simply trying to be proactive in addressing growing concerns about safety and fairness in the sport. But no matter which side you're on, this saga highlights the blurred lines between sports science, safety, and performance enhancement. It's not just about a device or a technique. It's about the integrity of the sport itself. If this behind-the-scenes look into cycling has you hooked, Beyond Fiction is the channel you need. We dive deep into the stories, controversies, and the science that shape the world of sports and beyond. We're here to turn your scrolling into something meaningful, exploring the stories you won't find anywhere else. And here's a quick reminder. 99% of you watching haven't subscribed yet. Hit that subscribe button now, and let's uncover more fascinating topics together. Your support means everything to us.